Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gridiron Network Podcast. Today, Harry, it's mock draft time. Finally, we've got our first NFL mock draft for the upcoming draft. We're going to alternate on picks. We're only doing the first round, but we're going to alternate on picks, see where we agree, where we disagree, any shocking takes. And we also, speaking of takes, NFL hot takes as always. We got your guys' hot takes we're going to discuss here later in the episode. Harry, how are we feeling?
Man, we're doing fantastic. I'm so excited to do a mock draft. This is my first ever one for these college guys. Learned them pretty early, very excited. And I did have one question for you though, real quick. What was that special little code we needed again?
A special little code? Are you referring to code TGN for 10% off all items at Poggers? Poggers is the hydration and energy drink mix made for gamers, creators, and anyone who plays life at full speed. Zero sugar, all flavor, no crash. Make sure you guys use code TGN at checkout for 10% off of everything. But Harry, let's jump into some hot takes here. We'll save the mock draft for a little bit, so that way you guys got to stick around. Or, I mean, you could skip forward in the video, but if you're a real one, you'll stick around. So we're going to kick things off with the first hot take, which got a lot of attention in the TikTok comments. There was a little beef going on over this one. We got the first listener hot take: Lamar Jackson is better than Josh Allen. And Bills and Ravens fans made themselves known in those comments, man. There was a good amount of those guys. Who do you think's the better player?
I feel like if I was starting a team and I had to pick between one of these two guys, I would pick Josh
Allen. See, I'm different. I think Lamar is the better player. I think Josh Allen is more valuable to his team than Lamar in a way, but I think Lamar is the better player, and I think he's proven that over the last couple seasons. I mean, multiple MVPs.
You think that?
Really should have had another MVP when Josh Allen won it, if we're being honest. But
you think Josh Allen's more valuable? I don't know. I feel like that's pretty close.
I do, because I think Lamar's the better player, but I think you take Lamar out of that team. I mean, look, when they had Snoop Huntley, they were still winning some games. They obviously weren't as good, but you take Josh Allen out of that team, they're not even sniffing the playoffs.
Wait, what do you mean? Dude. Why are you disrespecting?
Dude,
are you
don't
serious?
Make me diss my dog, man.
Serious?
Don't make me diss my dog. But
no,
they're not sniffing the playoffs.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. I don't know, man. I just like how Josh Allen plays the game a little. I like that he's a lot bigger, can take more of those hits when he is running the ball. I just want to see. I really do feel like they are very, very similar, though, just because these guys have been both guys that just really haven't done much in the playoffs or just haven't made it to the big game yet. But I don't know, man. I do think it is pretty close. But like I said, if I had to pick, I would pick Josh Allen, and it looks like we had a lot of Ravens fans. The next, maybe not a fan. I didn't read the rest of that. So the next guy said the Ravens have the most overrated front office in the league. What do you think about that?
I don't feel like their front office is rated good at all.
No.
I think people aren't a fan of their front office because they don't put the best weapons around Lamar outside of obviously Derrick Henry. But I don't know. I don't know if I would say overrated because I don't feel like they're crazy rated. So I think this is just a disgruntled Ravens fan or one of the angry Bills fans that were in the comments about that Ravens or that Lamar hot take.
Could you say this I feel like, speaking of the Bills, would this fit better for the Bills than it does the Ravens?
Oh, definitely.
Right? Like, I feel like what you just said about the Ravens is exactly how it is for Josh Allen, except instead of Derrick Henry, he has James Cook. But that's it.
Yeah. And they drafted James Cook. They didn't go in. I don't remember. Did they sign or did they trade for Derrick Henry?
Ooh.
I don't know why I can't think of that. But either way, they didn't draft him like the Bills drafted James Cook. So it's not like the Bills really went out and, went out of their way to get something crazy. They drafted the guy.
He was not traded. He was signed.
Okay, but still,
something. Yeah.
I'm sure Josh Allen wishes that, they would bring someone into that caliber, not at running back, but just in general.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like Yeah, I feel like I'd agree with what you said. I just don't think that they're rated really that much at all. Like I feel like they're just really not talked about where they should already be labeled as overrated. But it's just it just kind of sucks, and I feel like it's just the case with a lot of these elite quarterbacks nowadays is that they are these elite quarterbacks, they don't really have that wide receiver one type of guy like Josh Allen, like Lamar. And honestly, it might be like Patrick Mahomes soon if you've been seeing this Rashi Rice news.
Whew. Hey, free four though, right? Free four though.
Dude, they got the shirts, man. They're gonna throw them
Yeah,
back
the
on.
shirts were already made, buddy.
They're gonna
You
throw
guys
them
got
back
those
on.
ready to go. Speaking of quarterbacks, though, let's next hot take here. Next couple hot takes, really. Seems like they're all about quarterbacks. But the next one here, Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league. No debates. He specifically said no debates. So
no debates.
I feel like we can't really say anything because he said no debates.
All right,
so
time for the next one.
Just gotta leave.
Yeah, that's I would love to
Joe
see.
Burrow, but come on.
They need to help Joe Burrow out. Hey, maybe I don't know who has the Bengals, but maybe we help him out and help get him a tackle or something, some O line.
A little something.
He desperately needs it. Best quarterback is crazy, I think personally, but I would like to see how it would look if he had some help on his O line.
Definitely. Next hot take here. The Raiders are going to ruin that guy's career, and I'm assuming that he's referring to Fernando Mendoza. I don't know, man. They got Clint Kubiak. He might be able to turn him into something, I don't know if I'd say ruin his career. Also, how can you really ruin a guy's career if it hasn't started? But I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like the Browns or the Jets, where if you just go there, your career's done. But yeah, because like you said, like they have a good coaching staff around them. You have Genty and Brock Bowers. I mean, that is two very, very.
How bad can it really get?
Yeah, like Pete Carroll. Like if he was there, they'd be even better. I think personally. But what do you think?
I mean, in terms of situations you're going to have Genty, to have Brock Bowers, I mean. That's a nice starting point. You still have Max Crosby for now. Not long before he comes on over here to, I'd say Chicago, but it might be Indiana.
Hammond.
But before he comes over to the Bears, you still got Max Crosby for now.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be a good fit. So far, I like what they're doing, but this next person did not like at all what the Chiefs are doing because they believe that the Chiefs need a rebuild.
I can understand where you're coming from in terms of I don't think they need a rebuild, but I do think they need a bit of an overhaul. I think certain older guys, Travis Kelce, need to kind of be ushered out, and then you got to get some younger guys in. But you can't really ever fully rebuild when you have Patrick Mahomes. You're never going to be a 4 or 5 win team with Patrick Mahomes at the helm. And depending what happens in this mock draft, you might get a playmaker here, a real game changer. So maybe the rebuild isn't that long at all. And he might sign Tyreek Hill, maybe a little reunion.
Yep. That's what I was. What do you think that's going to happen? I was going to ask you that. That was my next question.
I think so. I think if not there, Buffalo. Did we talk about this in the last podcast? I can't remember if we gave our thoughts on where he was going to go, but I really think there's a good chance he goes to Kansas City.
Yeah, I think he's going to go back to Kansas City. And honestly, man, I really do think they sign Tyreek, and if they get maybe a Kenneth Walker or maybe Jeremiah Love falls down there in the draft, I mean, they can be quite back very very quick.
Yeah, I mean, because they really weren't super far off this year. You get a guy like that, either of those two guys, they're right back in the top of the game.
Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say last. We have 2 more hot takes here. I think this next one's gonna be quick because I want what this guy is smoking. Next listener hot take: the GOAT isn't a quarterback, buddy. It's Tom Brady, and it's not close. What are we talking about?
Dude, I was trying to think, like,
Who
not
else could it
quarterback.
be?
Who popped up in my head first? Nobody. No, literally no. I couldn't think of anybody else. It's Brady. Um, and to say
Like,
it's just
yeah,
not a
there's just,
quarterback I have no idea who you think the goat is.
but you're wrong. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's, I feel like football's the one consensus sport where the GOAT, everyone agrees on who the GOAT is.
One
Every other
more,
sport, there's a
one
little
more.
debate. A little bit of
NHL.
debate.
What?
NHL. Oh yeah, Gretzky, right?
Yeah,
I don't really
that's
watch
it.
hockey like
That's
that,
it
but
though. That's literally it.
yeah, I mean, even if I know, then you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of hockey, real quick, little detour. Canada.
Come on.
What happened? What
Where's
happened,
my
little Canada?
one sec?
I
There we
don't have
go.
a USA flag anywhere, but just pretend I did. I'd be waving it right now.
Let's go. Come on, beat them at their own thing.
At their
That's
own-
all. That's
Dude,
the only thing they
it's
care
called-
about, and we smoked them.
It's called ice football now.
Dude,
Come on.
dude, I saw some guy complaining that they didn't have Sidney Crosby, and I was like, dude, you have Connor McDavid, man. Relax.
Yeah. That
Like,
what's the Connor Bedard? Is he Canadian?
yeah, he didn't play.
Didn't they not
He
let
got
him play or something?
disrespected. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got disrespected.
That's what they get. That's what they get for
yeah. I was
disrespecting our
happy.
boy.
I was happy.
Anyways, back to the hot takes. Last
more.
listener
Last but
hot
not
take
least.
before we get to the mock draft, the fun part.
Let's
Bo
go.
Nix is the best in his draft class. Not just the best quarterback, but he said the best in his draft class. But he's not even the best quarterback. I love Bo Nix, but come on now. He's probably number 3, I'd say. Number 3, probably number 4. But either way, I mean, come on.
Smoking crack. Best in his draft class. No way at all. Honestly,
just,
I don't think
yeah.
really need to like elaborate more
Yeah,
on that.
you know what?
I just think that's crazy.
Enough with the
I
hot
think it's
takes
mock
because you
draft
guys
time.
had some crazy ones today.
Yeah, I think it's mock draft time.
Usually we at least agree with a couple, you know?
Yeah.
But you guys were smoking something today. But hey, before we get into the mock draft, NFL hot takes. Leave those hot takes down below, whether you're watching this video on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify. Leave those hot takes down below. We'll roast you like the guys we did today. We'll critique you. We probably won't agree with you, but we might. So leave those hot takes down below. But hey, it's mock draft time. So
come on.
How this is going to work, Harry and I are going to alternate picks. I'm going to start off with the first overall pick, which everyone knows where I'm going with it. But, you know, I get first, Harry second, me third, and so on. So 2026, the Gridiron Network mock draft volume 1.
Let's go.
With the first overall pick, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Who's going to go?
You know, I was really thinking hard about this one. And I guess if I have to, I'll settle on Fernando Mendoza with the first overall pick. I mean,
if you gotta.
come on, guys.
If you gotta.
I feel like I don't know what the odds are, but it's probably minus 50,000. There's no way they don't take Mendoza here. It's the right pick. It's what you have to do. The quarterback value really drops off after Mendoza, and as a team that needs a quarterback, you pounce on this while you have it.
Yeah. Pretty easy pick there. You really don't second guess yourself if you're the Raiders there. And man, I'm excited to see what he's gonna do, man. I know we just talked about it a little bit, but he's going into he has some great pieces on that offense. I think a very good coach. I think that's gonna work out very good as well. So it'll be fun, man. It'll be fun to see what he does there.
Let's see what the Jets do here.
Are we ready? So the Jets,
Let's see it. This is the big one.
They need a lot of help all over the board. But there's a lot of studs on the defensive side of the ball this year while you look at these prospects coming in. And I'm going with an edge rusher, David Bailey, the second overall pick of the draft. You look at his
you just got to take the production.
Dude, 14 and a half sacks. And as this is recording right now, they are literally doing combine drills as we speak. His 40-yard dash came. He ran a 4.51. That might be leading. I know it's quite high up there. Um, and he, by the way, he's 6'4", 251 pounds. It's just with his combination, just explosiveness and just his production. Just this is such a good match for the Jets to take at number 2 overall.
And they just traded Jermaine Johnson today, so we know they're definitely taking an edge rusher. Will it be David Bailey or will it be one of the other guys?
We'll see.
We'll jump into the next pick here. I really hope I'm not butchering these names, guys. I apologize in advance if I do. But with the 3rd overall pick, I've got the Cardinals. They need help on the O-line. They need a quarterback. They need a lot as well. But I think you'll get the consensus number 1 offensive tackle in the class, Francis Mauigoa from Miami, part of that runner-up national championship team. Obviously lost to Heisman Mendoza there for the Raiders. But yeah, I think you go and get yourself a franchise tackle opposite of Paris Johnson.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you perfectly that, like you said, that team needs a lot, but it is great to build up that O-line. If you are a rebuilding team, it'll never hurt for you to have a good O-lineman, and this is the perfect pick for these Cardinals. With number 4, the Titans, man, they can do so much with this pick, man. They have so much money to spend, and honestly, I think Robert Saleh's there now. I think they're gonna bring someone in on this defensive side of the ball. I think they're gonna bring in Ruben Bain Jr., edge rusher from Miami. Dude, did you see how small that dude's arms are?
I was gonna say,
did you see?
I think Ruben Bain is the outlier when it comes to T-Rex arms for edge rushers because he's faced dominant competition outside of the ACC. He's dominated everybody. It's not like he's fallen short against any certain tackles. I think he's the outlier when it comes to short arms. But I think with those short arms, there's a chance he slides down a little bit. But I think off of talent alone, he's the best edge rusher in the class. But it's those T-Rex arms. People might be a little scared.
No,
especially
a
team like the Titans.
It is scary. It's just him and Jeffrey Simmons. I just think that could be absolutely nasty to go with against each other with.
Yeah, and then we get into the New York Football Giants here. There's a couple ways they can go here. Yep. I've seen some people give them an offensive tackle. Obviously, you need somebody opposite of Malik Neighbors if Wan'Dale Robinson. Maybe you can go with a Carnell Tate. But what I think you do when you're the Giants here, I think you go and get, in my opinion, the best player in this class. Without a doubt, it's not your number 1 need, but when you're this high up, you draft for talent. I'm taking Caleb Downs if I'm the Giants.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm talking Kyle Hamilton levels of gonna be plug and play, instant game wrecker, probably Pro Bowler as a rookie. He's gonna be phenomenal, man. Wherever he goes, he's gonna be fantastic. And I know the Giants have 2 pretty decent safeties, and Newman, can't think of the other guy's name off the top of my head, but they've got some decent safety, so it's not the biggest need. But like I said, man, you draft best player available when you're the 5th overall pick.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that would have been my pick, and that's exactly how I would explain it. Exactly what you said to start that off, actually. With John Harbaugh coming here, Kyle Hamilton, it just resembles him so much. Yep. It was just the perfect match for this team, and I think that will be a home run of a pick for the Giants. Speaking of a home run pick, I think these Browns, they need, you know what they don't need? Quarterback, baby. Because Shedeur Sanders is here.
Where's it at? Come on.
Yep.
Put him up. Yep. Put him up.
Come on.
Anyways, back to your pick.
And they are going to help this guy out and get him a weapon in Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State. This team desperately needs weapons. It is only Harold Fannin and Quinshad Judkins. That is it. Carnell Tate can easily come in and be their wide receiver 1, and I think it's just a perfect fit for this offense.
Now, if the draft does play out this way, if I'm the Washington Commanders, I am counting my lucky stars right now because Arvell Reese has fallen to pick number 7. And Arvell Reese, at the combine during the interviews, he said that I am an edge rusher. I am not playing inside linebacker. I am an edge rusher and I'm going to work out as an edge rusher. So he's listed a lot as a linebacker and edge rusher. He's kind of a hybrid, but he wants to play as an edge rusher. Commanders need help on that D line. I think you luck into Arvell Reese falling to you here. Some people have him as the consensus number 1 overall player. I don't personally. Like I said, I think it's Caleb Downs. I think he's an elite edge rusher. I think you love this if you're the Commanders.
Yeah. I mean, that is just a fantastic. You wish that would happen every single time. It's just easily, like you said, he is one of the best players in this draft, and for him to fall to 7, perfect fit. Now 8, man. So I got some options here. So I think the Saints desperately need wide receiver, but I look at Mekhi Lemon, but then I see Jeremiah Love is just sitting there. You have Alvin Kamara. He is old. Unfortunately, he is washed. You have Keandre Miller, and I believe Audric Estime is there as well.
Yeah, another Notre Dame guy.
Yeah, that's just, I don't think that's enough, man. And I know they need receiver, but I don't think it's worth passing on one of the best players in this draft for Lemon. So I'm going to take the Saints at 8, drafting Jeremiah Love.
All right. So I've seen a lot of people mocking Jeremiah Love actually going to pick 9 and 8. So I think if you're the Chiefs, you're a little pissed off here because you would love Jeremiah Love to fall to you. Might even see them trade up a spot. Hey, you never know. And I would say they're going to go for a wide receiver here. And it's not going to be Mekhi Lemon. I think some might call it a reach. I personally don't think so. I think he's the number 2 receiver in the class. I'm going for Jordan Tyson here. If I'm the Chiefs, I'm going Jordan Tyson. You don't need a slot guy in Mekhi Lemon. Go get you that true outside receiver, especially when we don't know what's happening with Rashee Rice. Get you Jordan Tyson.
Yeah, no, that is fantastic. Jordan Tyson is an absolute dog, but unfortunately, you just put me in a predicament now, man. To be honest. So I'm saying earlier, you get Joe Burrow. You get Joe Burrow some help. Sonny Styles is just sitting right there.
And dude, I don't know if you've seen, he's testing amazing.
Dude,
he had a 43.5 vert. I mean, come on.
So, okay. Oh, man. Because I really do think that Styles is one of the best players overall in this draft. And I just don't know if the Bengals pass on that for, I would maybe consider Spencer Fanu here. I mean, man. I'm going to go with Sonny Styles. I know I was saying you take somebody to protect Burrow. Hopefully they got some money to spend. I don't know what their scenario is looking like for that. You get some guys in free agency, but I don't think you pass on the talent at all there.
That's fair. So Sonny Styles going to the Bengals here, which means we fall to the Dolphins here. And listen, they've got a lot they need. I mean, we don't know what they're doing with Tua. Jalen Waddle might be on the move. I mean, they need help everywhere. And you could go and grab another receiver and a guy like Mekhi Lemon. But again, I think you have bigger needs right now. And I personally have Mekhi Lemon slipping a little bit here. I think he slips a little bit in this draft. I'm going to go with Mansour Delane here, number 1 corner in the class. I think most people can agree on that. I think you go get yourself that franchise corner. Worry about quarterback and receiver maybe in free agency or the later rounds.
Wow. So this is where we had a different opinion on, because number 12, the Dallas Cowboys, I think in their minds they are praying that Sonny Styles was to fall to them at 12. Unfortunately, he did not. And if you look at all these people here, I think they need to go defensive side of the ball. That is going to be huge for the Dallas Cowboys in this draft. And I'm taking who I think will be the number 1 corner if he heals up a little bit. But I think if he's just healthy, he is a top, I'd even go 12 player in this draft. Jermon McCoy from Tennessee cornerback. I am taking him for the Dallas Cowboys, number 12.
Okay. Hey, I don't hate it. Then we go to the Rams here at number 13. And again, I mean, keep in mind, the Rams have 2 first-round picks in this draft because they have their pick, and they also have the pick from Atlanta when they traded up to take Michael Penix, I believe. Uh, they can go a lot of ways here. I think, I don't know if I have the pick. Let's see, do I have the pick? I do. And if he's there, I like the pick that I'm going to make there at 29. But right now we're at 13. They could go corner. I mean, maybe they reach on a corner. Maybe they go beef up the O-line a little bit more. But I think they're going to stay corner here. And I'm trying to filter my little PFF here by corner because there's a guy that I'm looking for. There we go. Avion Terrell from Clemson, brother of AJ Terrell.
Yeah.
I love the pick for the Rams. I think you get a great corner. Keep boosting that defense because you're going to need it if you're going to be battling it out with the Seahawks. You're going to need to find a way to contain JSN.
I had in my notes, I had pick 18, and I had his name down. I was hoping he could fall down a little bit because that is a fantastic pick. Now on the clock with the Ravens, I think they really need a wide receiver, but I don't think Mekhi Lemon is what they need.
Nope.
I think they go more the defensive line route, or that's what I would do if I was the Ravens. I think you take Keldrick Falk out of Auburn. I think he is just a raw, versatile player, fits exactly what the Ravens like, and I think he's just a very good fit on that defensive line.
All right, now we get to the Buccaneers at pick 15. Oh, man. I mean,
it's a tough one.
I've seen a lot of people talking about Kenyon Sadiq. And I mean, Kate Otton's not a bad tight end. I don't think tight end's your number one need here. I mean, hey, he's a dog. Don't get me wrong. He is an absolute dog. But I think you've got an old man, Levante David there. I think you go grab C.J. Allen over from Georgia, get your new inside linebacker, let Levante David ride off into the sunset, and you get set for the future.
Yeah. Let's see. This one's tough. The Jets.
Does Mekhi Lemon finally stop slipping?
Dude,
is this it? Is this the dagger?
Yeah, I think so. I think with the Jets, pick 16. With number 2, they got David Bailey. They got an edge. But it's really just Garrett Wilson on that offensive side of the ball for those receivers. And it looks like Breece Hall is staying, unfortunately. You can tell he has wanted to leave forever. But I am going to get another weapon in Mekhi Lemon to help out Garrett Wilson. So he is not the only guy.
There we go. Then we get into the Lions here. Pick 17. Oh, man. Another one that I don't know where they go here. There's a couple different ways. They could use some corner help. Obviously, could use some more help on the defensive line opposite of Hutchinson. I think they go grab a good. Oh man, see, I was gonna say D tackle. I don't know if they grab Peter Woods yet. And I've seen a lot of Cassius Howell. I personally think Cassius Howell is going to slip in this draft because of how he's testing at the combine, and specifically that arm size. I believe smaller than Ruben Bain. So, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe it was smaller than Ruben Bain. So it gets tricky here, and I think we're going edge rusher, and I'm going a little out of the box here. I'm going with someone who I think is going to perform very well in this combine, very well in his pro day, and I think he's going to keep rising up the board. And I think the Lions reach here. Hey, they reached on Jack Campbell and it paid off. They reached on Jahmyr Gibbs and it paid off. I think they grab Zion Young, edge rusher from Mizzou.
That's a good one. He's a beast.
And we're back to the Vikings.
Let's see. Vikings. So, unfortunately, you stole my DB with Avion Terrell at pick 13 going to the Rams. But they still really need help back there. Harrison Smith, man, he is old, unfortunately. He's been a dog for so long, but he is getting very old. And I think they bring in a safety. and I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this guy's name right, but I'm taking Dylan Thienman from Oregon.
Thieneman? I don't know.
Yeah, the safety.
Let's call him
That's
Dylan.
who I think. Yeah, exactly. Dylan's going to the Vikings. I think they desperately need some help back there with Harrison Smith getting up there in age a little bit.
And then we get over to the Panthers here, and again, a couple ways that I think they could go here. I think you could go grab another receiver because let's be honest, Xavier Legette had a rough season. You need somebody else besides Tet, but I mean, do you reach for Denzel Boston here? Do you reach for KC Concepcion? There's a couple guys you could reach for here, and I don't think they do that yet. I think they go grab a good D lineman. I think they grab Caleb Banks from Florida. Good interior D-line help right there.
That's a good one. I was considering him. I was definitely considering him. So, I think that these Cowboys just keep adding to their defense. They desperately need it. After getting a cornerback, I had them in pick 12 getting a corner. I think they need some D-line help here. And honestly, man, I think there's so many good D linemen available still. But I'm going to go with Peter Woods from Clemson. I think he can just be an immediate fit.
Put him next to Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, he can just be an immediate fit on that D line. They desperately need more help there. And
did play a little bit on the end.
Yes, that's just a pretty good two punch just in the middle there to really stop the run game.
Yeah, primarily D tackle, but I did see they did move him out at times for his pass rushing ability to defensive end. So maybe you can mix and match a little bit there. Who did the Cowboys bring in as their defensive coordinator? Why is it not clicking? Cowboys DC.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Christian Parker.
Okay.
Don't know him, but yes, okay. I do. He was the Eagles' defensive passing game coordinator. That's why I remember that. And I remember Coop talking about him, Quignon, and they all loved the guy. So
okay. Hopefully,
might be a great pick.
It's good.
Might be a great pick.
Hey,
then we get to the Steelers.
Is there a quarterback going here?
So it's possible, but I don't think it happens yet. I think the Steelers quarterback is going to be Aaron Rodgers next season. I think he comes back, but if not, I think you got to give Will Howard a go. You drafted him, I believe in the 3rd or 4th round, if I'm not mistaken. I think Will Howard's got a lot of tools that he sat behind Rodgers for a year. Why not give him a go? See what he can do. I think little more urgent need here, and a guy, again, that's kind of fallen down the board here in our mock draft. I'm going to go Spencer Fano from Utah. I think you bolster up that offensive line, get a solid offensive tackle for whoever the quarterback may be. You need someone to protect him. Go grab Spencer Fano from Utah.
This one's tough.
I personally know what I would do here. I think there's a fantastic pick to be made, so I wonder if you're thinking the same.
Dude, don't say that, man. Don't say that. I have one guy. See, okay, hopefully I'm going Cassius Howell.
That was not the pick I was thinking.
Who do you think?
I think he falls, dude. I think he falls. If I'm the Chargers there, I'm taking Caden McDonald. I think you get the best D tackle on the board. I think you go scoop him up there, but Harry didn't agree, Chargers fans. So if they pass on him, just remember
it was those two. Okay. All right. Cool, dude. Thanks, man. Now I'm going to be getting hated on in the hot takes.
And now here, I think the Eagles absolutely luck out if this happens, but I also think it will happen. I think you get who is an instant Pro Bowl candidate, instant game wrecker, insane body control, fantastic at the point of the catch. I mean, red zone machine, Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon. He is one of the prospects that I've watched all season long, and every time that guy's on my screen, I am just shocked. He is insane. I think he's going to come out the gate and be close to Brock Bowers level. I think he's going to get a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns.
I don't know much about that guy. He's like that, huh?
He's a beast, man. He's not gonna. I don't think he'll get as many receptions as Bowers did, but I think the yards, the touchdowns, he's gonna be up there, man.
Okay, I think. Oh, I got the Browns again, huh?
Yeah. So you took Carnell Tate earlier. Who do
Uh huh.
they get?
I think they go
Bolster up
back
here.
to that offensive side of the ball. I think, Shador got to show out, man. I think they need somebody to
Yeah.
protect him a little bit. I'm gonna go a tackle from Alabama, Caden Proctor. That's who I'm gonna go
Oh,
with.
okay.
Give him some help. Give him some help on the edge. Let him air out this ball to Carnell Tate, and let Shador show. Do you have him up yet or no?
I'm putting it up right now.
Okay.
I'm
And
busting
let him
down that
show
AP, baby.
why he will be the best Sanders to ever play in the NFL.
I mean, dude, if Caden Proctor can continue to refine his game, and if he's in a good room, dude, he's got all the athletic tools to be a beast. He's been a
Yeah.
project over there at Bama, and he really put it together this year. I think he's still got a little bit to go, but I think he's got all pro ceiling on him. I personally, I'm a big fan of Caden Proctor, so I love that pick. And now we get to my favorite pick here, the Bears. And I think, again, another luck out here. There's really two ways I could go here because I'm a big fan of Akeem Mesidor. I think he wasn't just a Ruben Bain merchant because I think he was fantastic in his own on the other side. But I've seen rumors that Javon Dexter, we're listening to trades for Javon Dexter. You know what that tells me? We have our eyes on a D tackle. And again, maybe the best in the class, Caden McDonald. I think the Bears luck out. They get Caden McDonald here at pick 25.
That's a great one. When I did my mock earlier, that's also who I had you guys getting. So I agree
Love
100%. And the Buffalo Bills, man, they need some. Honestly, man, I really do think you need to give Josh Allen some wide receiver help. Unfortunately,
Which one, though?
I'm going with Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington. Just
big
the
fan.
dude, he's massive, bro. 6'4", 209. Unfortunately, Keon Coleman is not what this team needed, and I think they just draft Denzel here, and hopefully he can be the one of this team because they do not have one at all.
The only concern I've seen is that his numbers did dip a little bit against some of the better competition this year. Okay. But I'm still a huge fan of Denzel Boston, dude. I think he's fantastic at the point of the ball. I also will always have a soft spot for my Pac-12 teams. Obviously, not the Pac-12 anymore, but they're still Pac-12 to me, damn it. So I'll always have a soft spot for Oregon, Washington, USC, all this Pac-12. Well, not so much USC because I'm a Notre Dame fan, but the Pac-12 teams, man, ain't nothing like a little Pac-12 after dark.
Come on.
It's coming back, though. It's coming back. We got a conference again. But anyways, on to the 49ers here at pick 27. And I said it with the Bears pick. I'm a big fan of Akeem Mesidor. I think the Niners luck into another fantastic edge rusher here again. And I think they grab Akeem Mesidor.
Let's see. That's a good one. I'm surprised I don't know. I think he went kind of late.
Yeah, there's also another guy who I think's gone really late for us, but looking at it, I don't know. I think he goes in the first round here, whether it's me or you, but there's a couple guys that are slipping.
Let's see. So I got the Texans.
They need running. One guy you got to take.
See, they need running back, but I don't think I am doing that personally.
Okay.
I'm gonna get somebody on the defensive line.
Not gonna bolster up the O-line. Okay.
The Penn State guy's here still. I'm changing my mind. I'm going the Penn State guard. Ola Eva Vega Loen. guard from Penn State. CJ Stroud needs some help, man. Holy crap. This guy's offensive line has been horrible for about 90% of his NFL career. So he will desperately need it.
All right. Now I said it earlier when I had the other Rams pick that I had something under my sleeve here. And I think Stafford's getting up there, man. He's getting a little old.
Uh-huh.
I think they go and grab their guy. That's going to be the future because let's be honest, Stetson Bennett, you are not him. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. I think they go grab Ty Simpson. I think sitting behind Stafford will do him wonders because he doesn't have a lot of starting experience in college. He was a bit raw at times this year, showed a lot of flashes at Bama. Don't get me wrong. But at times he looked like a guy with only, one season worth of starts. So I think sitting behind Matthew Stafford, it's going to do him wonders. I think it's the right decision. I love this pick for the Rams.
Man, see, I'm a little torn on this pick. Oh, drop a charger. I'm a little torn on this pick because I just don't know. There's one edge on this list I'm looking at that's just sticking out a little bit. I really like TJ. I like TJ Parker a lot. And I just don't. I was really considering him if the Penn State guard was not there. I was really considering taking him there with pick 28. I just can't see this guy falling out of the first round. So if he is here this late, I'm going to take him to Denver at pick number 30.
For a TJ Parker?
Yes, TJ Parker.
Okay, so there's a couple ways I can go here with the Patriots pick. You could go grab an offensive tackle, Monroe Freeling. I think he's, you're lucky he fell this far. I could go a little out of the box. I know it's not their most important need, but Casey Concepcion is still here. Could go grab him. Who knows what's happening with Stephon Diggs? I mean, outside of Stephon Diggs, you got Kayshon Boutte. But, I mean, is Matt Collins really your number 2 guy? But I think you luck into Monroe Freeling from Georgia, fall NCAA here. You got to take it as a team that could use O-line help to help protect Drake May. And I just want to say, because I know you're not going this direction. Well, actually, I'll let you make your pick first, and then I got to say someone who I think I could see going here at 32.
So with the Seahawks, I'm looking at DB here. I'm really thinking DB. I'm thinking corner. And a player that I like a lot out of Tennessee, Colton Hood, cornerback. I think he can be a great fit in this team. And I really just think they can bolster this defense even more with that pick.
Okay. Hey, you and those Tennessee boys. I got to say, one guy that I think can go there to the Seahawks at 32, Jadarian Price.
Yeah.
I could see him going really early. I think he's the second best second best running back in the class, despite being Jeremiah Love's backup. Doesn't mean he was a bad running back. There's our mock draft, guys. First one we've done. We'll keep doing these probably every week here. I'm trying.
I gotta ask, dude. I got a question, man.
Yes.
So, do you have the draft pull up still?
Like the draft that we just did?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up here.
So, who do you think fell? Who do you think fell the most?
So I think in our mock draft, Mekhi Lemon fell quite a bit. I think someone who fell a lot is going to be someone. Yeah, he fell a good amount. Oliva Vega Ione. I think he falls a good amount here. But other than that, I really don't think anyone fell too crazy. Sonny Styles, he might go earlier than pick 10, even though he's an inside linebacker.
Yeah,
I think he's, again, just like I said with Kenyon Sadiq, Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs, he's going to be a guy you plug in as instantly a Pro Bowl candidate. I think the Bengals really luck out if they get him. Another guy, Arvell Reese, might go a little higher than 7.
Yeah.
I think one guy that went, by standards might have fallen, but I think Cassius Howell, man, I keep saying it, and I don't want to shit on the guy, but I just think those measurements are scary, man. And I
don't like
he
the
might keep
measurements,
slipping
huh?
because of it.
How far do you think he can slip?
I could see him slipping to the end of the first, maybe the beginning of the second. There's always one guy who slips in these drafts way more than everyone else thought he would. And I think it could be him. I think corner's another position where as we get closer to the draft, it's going to flip and flop so much. But I do think Delane and McCoy are the two consensus number 1 and 2, and no matter which order you believe, I think they're the number 1 and 2 corners. But outside of that, I think the gap's not crazy big with the other guys, and I think it's going to fluctuate a good amount. Same thing with offensive tackle, man. I think after Mauigoa being the number 1, there's a lot of great tackles in this class. You know, a lot of people saying it's a weaker draft class, which I understand it is, but I still think it's a strong draft class. I think there's some great guys in here.
I honestly think, looking at this board, I think if Styles didn't fall to 10 to the Bengals, I think that's where I would have pulled the trigger on Spencer Fano.
Yeah.
So I think there can definitely be more, looking at this board, tackles higher drafted, because we only have one in the top. Yeah, one in the top 20. So I think that's
going to change. I think.
Exactly. I think that's definitely going to change. We can see 2 or 3 inside the top 20 for sure come draft time. But like you said, I mean, we're doing these every week, and we're learning more about these guys too. So they're only gonna get better from here. So that was a good first one, though, man. That was good.
Feel free to flame us in the comments for not choosing the guy you wanted, or why your favorite player fell too far or wasn't drafted at all in the first round. That's what the comments are there for. Let us have it. But yeah, we'll do another one next week. I don't think we'll introduce trades yet. I don't know if we will introduce trades at all. I'm not a big fan of trades in mock drafts just because they're so unpredictable. Because a lot of time people forget that just because a team wants to trade down, the other team needs to have a reason to trade up. And I think that's why it's so unpredictable for trades. So I think maybe we should stay away from that. But I don't know. We'll see. We got time. We'll talk about it. But by the time this next podcast comes out, the combine is going to be fully well underway. Might even be over with. I'm not sure on that. We'll check the timeline on that. But we're getting there, man. So thank you guys if you did watch this far along. As always, if you did enjoy today's video, go ahead and leave a like on it. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get a little bit closer to 50 subscribers. Comment down below your hot take as well as your thoughts on our mock draft. Harry, before we go, I there's just one more thing I feel like we forgot to say. It's in the bottom right here. What is it again?
That thing in the bottom right?
Yeah, that thing in the bottom right there.
The code TGN, 10% off all items. Poggers is a hydration energy drink mix made for gamers, creators, and anyone who plays life at full speed. 0 sugar, all flavor, no crash. Once again, Poggers, code TGN, 10% off of all items. You mean that code?
And that'll do it from us, guys. That code right there. So make sure you guys use it, but we will see you guys next week. Thank you.